Good morning, traders. Welcome to Friday, the 12th of February morning update from Phoenix Blue. I've got to say, it's a glorious day here in London. Very cold, but nice clear skies and sunny. Makes a fantastic change. It is Friday. It is the last trading day of the week. So traders, be careful. If we are going to get a correction, it is usually on a Friday where we get our correction. By this I mean if we've had directional moves, what you'll find is institutions, traders, they'll probably be taking a percentage or banking profits coming into the close of this week. So please be careful. Okay, what news do we have coming out today? Well, firstly, we can see that the first news, German GDP's come out as expected. Then the next major news we're going to see is core retail sales and retail sales at 1:30 p.m. followed by a 3 p.m. consumer sentiment, all from the US, so be careful with majors and minors. So let's have a look at the dollar index, then we'll move over to what happened throughout the Asian session. So dollar index, this is a weekly chart. Well, we can see that this week has been a significant week in the sense that it broke through our major level through here at 96.50, which was a combination of this trend line here, this trend line here, and a level coming through here, which is now broken. It will be interesting to see where this weekly candle closes. Are we going to get a bullish push towards the end of the week? Are we going to close back above 96.50 on the dollar index, or is it going to stay below? Who knows? Let's just sit on the sidelines and see what happens in terms of buying and selling dollars. Next market. Okay, the Nikkei. We had a bank holiday yesterday in Japan. Now, let's just take a look at the daily chart. This is a weekly chart. The daily chart, we had a 4.8% sell-off last night. And look at this, big move down. So the Bank of Japan got far from what they expected by going into negative territory in terms of their rates. All we've had is one bullish day, a gap up, then a huge sell-off in the Nikkei, and continued strength in the Japanese yen. Now, if we go up a time frame, whether it's to the weekly chart or the monthly chart, I just want to show you where this potentially could be heading. So we can see here we've got this trend line that was significant, and it was staying above. Now we've had a huge close below. I mean, this is a significant weekly candle. You look at this weekly candle in relation to all other weekly candles, and we're going back to 2013 here. I mean, that's a major move on the Nikkei. So next stop is going to be in and around the 14,000 big number highlighted here in this purple box. I'm just going to drop down to the monthly chart so we can see it even further back. And with these charts, we can only go far back as 2001. We can see the highs here, lows here, breakthrough, retest, again retest, break, come back, retest. So it's coming back here. It's also a 50% move from the major low back in 2008 to the highs of 2015. So it's a 50% retracement, major structure. I'd expect to see some sort of interaction with this level. If that level breaks, then free fall for the Nikkei. Next, we're just going to look at the S&P 500. So again, we've seen major sell-off in the S&P 500, but look where we are. Look at where we've had these huge sell-offs before, and this is now on a monthly chart. We've had this huge sell-off here back in, what is it, October 2014, only to see a huge correction. Again, we had a huge sell-off last month, nice correction. Now it's continued to sell off. So this is uncertainty in the market. And if you look at this and correlate it with the Japanese yen and gold prices, you'll see that this is money flow leaving equities, i.e. people scared of what's happening in the market, and it's going into safe havens. So here's gold. We can see that gold, safe haven asset, increased in value. We went long at 1075. We exited all of our position just short of 1200, coming close to the top of this weekly channel. We were looking for a correction to pull back down to get long again. However, it didn't happen. We had Mrs. Yellen speaking, and we didn't want to run the gauntlet of handing back a lot of profit. A couple of my traders have stayed in this position. They're still live. They have moved stops up in and around 12.25, 12.30 because, like I said, Friday, potential correction day. We will be looking to get long this market. Targets up around 1300. We'll be looking to get in anywhere sort of 1210 down to 1190 in that sort of region that's highlighted here in the purple box. And then we'll use Phoenix Blue entry and money management techniques to run all the way up towards 1300 should we be fortunate enough. We've already had best part of $125 of profit out of gold, and that's in the actual price of gold, not monetary value in our accounts. So it's been a very, very good trade. One of my traders who's still in this position is up 21 times his original risk from our original entry. So for every $1,000 you put on this trade, he's $21,000 up at present. I mean, that's a wonderful trade. Well done. Okay, so moving on to the Japanese yen. What actually happened and where are we going? So we've got this long-term trend line here, and we can see this has been respected. Then effectively you can call it a head and shoulders pattern if you like. Some people have called it head and shoulders. There was a double top up here. For me, very clear structure. It's broken down, so it's moving to the next point of structure. Where will that be? So yesterday, for those followers that do follow us on Instagram, will have seen literally as I posted. In fact, let me bring up the post. As I posted this, within about 5 to 10 minutes, there was rumors of Bank of Japan intervention. The Japanese yen shot up 200 pips. So the reason for this post was I noticed that the yen was approaching key levels across all currencies. So Euro yen down here was coming into support. CAD yen was coming back into our support here. Horizontal two trend lines, and if you'd have followed our analysis, you'd have got short up here and we'd have hit targets now. This is something we've called ahead of time. All our analysis is ahead of time. It's not hindsight trading. If you follow us, you will know this. Okay, so again, pound yen was coming into support. Aussie yen came into bottom of our channel. And as you can see, we took a small position in here. We took a small position dollar yen long, and we took a small position CAD yen long. All doing relatively well. We've taken some money off the market, off the table because it's Friday. We're in good profit. We can't lose money now. Always a nice position to be in. So let's go back to the Japanese yen. So that was 4 charts I just showed you there. This is the 5th chart. So can you see the correlation? Yes, it was a very risky trade, and yes, I did send it to all our clients. But in terms of the risk, when there's such a correlation across all markets, it does represent a very, very good risk-reward opportunity. And if you are in profit, i.e. your account is positive and you're not eating into your capital, then you can take these contrarian trades on the proviso that there may be some intervention, there may be a correction. If there is intervention, well then this is going to be the trade of the year for me, no doubt. If there isn't, well guess what? I can't lose now. We've had our move, so it's looking very, very good. What I will say is, guys, remember it's Friday, so any sort of positions you've got on, make sure you're managing them correctly. One final chart that I do want to show you is sugar. This is something that we traded from up here. We're still in. It's moving very, very well. And we took an add-in position here, which moved. We got our move as expected yesterday. We've not reduced risk on this second position yet. I want it to break these lows before we start reducing our exposure on this current position. Okay, so it's a fantastic start to the year so far. We did have a little bit of a rocky ride for the first 2 weeks in terms of the wild moves throughout the dollar, sell-off in the dollar, and then huge strength in the yen. But there's some very, very good trading opportunities coming up and around. We have still got cocoa on our watch list. We will be looking at potential weakening of yen unless it breaks through those areas. Then that's going to give us some amazing trades to continue with yen strength. Okay, guys, that's pretty much it for our morning update and the last one of the week. Clients, you'll be getting your watch list coming out tomorrow. In terms of all other traders that do follow and subscribe on YouTube or follow us on Instagram at Phoenix Blue Trading, or if you look at our page on Facebook, we'll see you next week, bright and early, Monday morning. Have a great weekend. Make sure you do all your analysis over the weekend. Be prepared for Monday, or Sunday's open, I should say. Be prepared. Know what you're going to buy. Look at all the key levels. Look at the news that's going to impact the market next week. And make sure that everything is all prepared ahead of time. So, guys, have a great weekend, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.